Good morning, everyone. It is September 27th, 2016, and we have survived the first presidential debate. Um, my wife is really active in politics locally, so I had to go to a big watch the presidential debate on a large movie screen. A lot of Republican Party was there. It was fun to see everybody, but my God, what torture! I Normally, I've reached the stage where if there's a politician I can't stand, I turn the screen off, go do something else, and I was trapped, and it was sheer torture as far as I was concerned. Wow, what have we devolved to? Anyway, the last night, the about 9:15 Eastern. 8:15 Central, the E-mini started to rally, Treasury started to sell, and gold did too. Stock market players were saying Hillary won the debate. We've talked about that if Hillary gets creamed in the debate, the market should be lower today. If Hillary was deemed to win, it should be higher. And that's what happened. That's why I bring this up. My assessment is that Trump did so, and Hillary probably did enough to be deemed the winner of the debate, just watching her, but good God, it was awful to have to sit through that. Anyway, that was my tale of woe for last night. I hope you all did better than I did. Right now, after the ES is up, treasuries are down, then the shakedown begins. Just like in British Petroleum, how much can we fine Volkswagen and add to our slush funds and not put them out of business? You know, the goose does lay golden eggs, but if you kill the goose, there is no more golden eggs to be had. So you got to be careful about this. So Volkswagen and Deutsche Bank were back in the news. Deutsche Bank has been fined by the Department of Justice, and there's been a lot of money go through the Department of Justice, and part of the settlements is that you will fund clean air, you will fund all these little political organizations that just happen to be on the left with the fines, so our government can push money their way. That's probably what's going to happen in Volkswagen's case too. It'll go to the environmentalists because they screwed up the air. So all these green organizations out there are probably panting like a dog on a 115-degree day, just awaiting the kind of money that's going to come to them. So Volkswagen and Deutsche Bank take the market down. Crude oil is down because what did Iran say? Just like we've been talking about, hey, we're not a part of this deal. It's not on our agenda. We're going to get our production up to 4 million barrels a day. What are you going to do about it? So crude oil is down, and the stock market has sold off of its highs. Today we have the 5-year auction. If there's ever a weak auction, it is the middle one. So right now the market's got to get through this 1620 area right here for the rally to continue. And like right now, if the E-mini continues to sell, I believe that it will. Pretty good support in the 4 to 8 area. You can see it right down here. Resistance, we got low volume numbers up here at 18 to 20. So 18 to 20 is where resistance starts. So we'll put a sell 1, 18 to 22, and then 27.31. I doubt if the stock market can break big enough to push us up there. So the issue really is going to be getting through 16 to 20. On the buy side, really good support at 4 to 8. We're at 16 right now, so 8 to 12 buy 1. Let them get stops below 12. And then 1 to 5 buy 2. So if the E-mini sells today, we should be able to notch higher. My mother, and I've shared this with the room many times, told me that I remember one day she asked me, she said, "Charles, do you know what the Greek definition of an idiot was?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Someone who was politically unaware." And it's never been high on my list of things to do or things to interest me, or until forced into it. And I, like so many other people, have been forced into having to pay attention to politics because of taxation, rules and regulation. Okay, number one, 69 to 04 for bonds. So 7 to 11, sell 1. 19 to 23, sell 2. On the buy side, pretty good support down here in the 24 area. 20 to 24, number 1. 13 to 17, buy 1. And 1 to 5, buy 2. Okay, gold was unchanged. I think gold's been at 1341 when I've taken the quotes or written down the price for the last 3 days. So we're stuck in a trading range. We've got our 35, 37 buy. Haven't quite made it yet. We're getting close. Got a B. So maybe we get there this morning. Then 30 to 32. Same numbers as last night. 43, 45, sell 1. And then 48.50, sell 2. Okay, the inflation numbers in Europe were again well below forecast. Not really much in the way of news overnight that could move their markets other than Volkswagen and Deutsche Bank. So that was not good news. High came in London. And we started a new distribution down now. So as per innumerable days of commentary, we like the short side in this contract. Really, 13.25 to 13.50 is resistance, and then our right now it's 11.50 has been where support is. So we've rejected prices above 12.90, and we left last night wanting to sell 90s to 113 even. So right now we're at 70. You can see that the spill came from 80. So 80 to 90, sell 1. 13.15 to 25, sell 2. On the buy side, 12.50, buy 1. And then 12.25, buy 2. Crude oil got clobbered, but this news is known. I mean, it's just been in the background. They were able to run it up. I mean, Iran's doing what they're going to do. Now, I'm doing one of the things that I've noticed here over the course of the summer that we used to do an M split, but you have to check the K and L period too, as opposed to just London. So selling in K and L started at 45.90. We weren't able to get through 46. In M, it started at 75 to 80. So pretty clean break in the market here at 50. So 25 to 50, sell 1. And then 45, 75, 46, sell 2. Buy side, we're going to open it up. Pretty good support below 44.50, so 44 and a quarter, 44.50, buy 1. And then my guess is we're headed below 44, 43.75, 44, buy 2. From this OPEC meeting, it's like we've been talking about since March when they started talking about quotas and production. Everybody ramped up their production and got as much production as they could in January of this year. So when they come back to talking about quotas, everybody's willing to freeze at January levels because it was the highest production they had been able to achieve. And so that's always the negotiating starting point, but it's also something nobody's gonna really pay attention to or back away from either. They're gonna sell as much oil as they can. They're fighting for market share, and Iran's a new producer. Iran production is coming out there. China will buy some of Iran's production to help them restart and keep going and build, and that takes market share or potential market share away from Saudi Arabia and others. And looking at the E-mini, if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Okay, Wall Street's happy that at least as far as last night's debate goes, will be preserved. Hillary won the debate. This is the Deutsche Bank, Frankfurt news, German news, Volkswagen news coming out of Germany. You can see that starting, that would be 10 Eastern right there, but it just started just right off the bat, like 9:15 or so last night. The market starts up and begins to rally and just strengthen all night long. Status quo is preserved and maintained. Right now, last rotate up stopped at 49.50, so 49.51, sell 1, 54.55, sell 2. Structurally, 39.41, buy 1. It's probably a little rich, then back to our 34.36 for buy 2. So Wall Street is pretty well convinced that Hillary is the one. She'll survive this. And I would expect to say, last night watching it with distaste, I kind of figured that Hillary would probably get a bounce in the polls after this. We won't see that till the end of the week. And then the weekend polls will be the most important ones. We won't have those till next week. So there are the numbers, there's the level. It's going to take a while to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. I will be back as soon as possible.